Ahoy hoy. It's been a while since I played GeoGuessr because my wife got pregnant and we had a baby at the start of the year. And so I had to dedicate myself to looking after my wife and the last 4 months looking after the baby. And so I haven't had a chance to play too much GeoGuessr. Probably I've played 6 games in the last 11 months, something like that. But I didn't get to be very good before that anyway. But now I'm going to try and focus a little bit in my spare time while I'm still looking after the baby and helping out with that. I did play a couple of games before on a community world, which I'll continue to play. It was pretty fun, so I'll continue on with that. Korea. Wow, straight off the bat, that's an easy one. I think this doesn't look like Korean here, but my problem with Korea is, and I guess a lot of people's problem is knowing whereabouts in Korea it is. I have been to Korea a few times, but this does not look familiar. So I'll just plonk it somewhere. Let me see. Where is Korea? Here, in the middle. Not too bad. South Korea, of course, not North Korea. 4,500 points. I've got the car blur on, just to hide most of the vehicles, and I've got a street counter for the countries, which seems to be working okay at the moment. Looks like a European country. The Poles. There's so much I don't know and so much I've forgotten. So this is like that pole with the dots at the top, which I don't really remember. Could be Romania or Hungary, something like that. I'll take a punt and then learn. Ooh, Spain. Okay, I was not expecting that. Probably should have thought about that a bit more. I don't think Romania is in the EU, so that's probably a pretty bad fail. I rushed it a bit too much. Maschinenbau. Power heat set. This all sounds kind of German. Ooh, A94 Sud. Sud would be south. Hopefully in German. A94, that might be useful. So at the moment I'm just, after I guess 11 months away, I used to stream a bit as well. After 11 months away I've kind of lost my way. A94. Of course it could be Austria. Where they speak German as well. This looks more promising, it's got A roads. Or an A10 anyway. A13. Germany. Nothing there. Maybe we should make the map a bit bigger. Here we go. L roads. Pretty sure it's German. Should probably zoom up here and see. Oh, can I get up there? I can't. Come on. How can I not get up there? Crazy. So where are we going here? Landshut or Traunstein? I think I will go Germany. I'll go towards Austria just in case. Oh, wow. That was pretty close. 49 kilometres. Okay, that was a bit lucky. Next up, round 4. This is not very promising. I think that's pandanus, which they do have in Australia, which is where I'm from. And this kind of looks Australian. Pink house. So, can we go to the pink house? It looks like we can. That doesn't look like a pink house. No entry. That kind of reminds me of Australia as well, but I can't imagine where we'd be. Probably the tropical north somewhere. Some grow shed hidden in the jungle. A bit suspicious. I'm going completely in the wrong direction here, surely. But let's see if we can get to the pink house. How do you... There we go. Whoops. Don't think my monitor can keep up with fast travel. Here we go. I don't know. Now I'm in the middle of nowhere. Go back to start. Huh? Undo move. Where's back to the start? Return to start. There we go. As I say, it's been a while. The pandanus there. Okay. Pink house. I don't know if that is Australian. These buildings don't look particularly Australian. But the speaking of the English, that checks out. I'm going to be sad here. I'll put it up somewhere here. Yeah, Christmas Island. Technically, yes, got the streak. So, that makes sense, I guess. Pink House Research Station. Okay. That's very interesting. Never been there, obviously. I think my brother's been to Christmas Island, if I'm not mistaken. Could that be true? Why would you go to Christmas Island? I'm not too sure. There's a lot of nature there. I think they have like an annual running of the crabs that run across the island. Let me Google it. Crabs. Red crab, there we go. Yeah, look at that. That's insane. That would be worth going to Christmas Island for. In terms of this one, this round, I'm not too sure. Got mountains about and white buildings. Looks like banana palms. This is going to be another terrible fail. I don't know about these white buildings. Very tropical. Banana palms. Could it be Asia? What is that? It's like a massive church or something in the background. Don't know if it's Asia or South America. Not sure about the banana palms. I'll have to go Asia. Taiwan. Ecuador. Shocking game. Very bad. The buildings in that last one should have pointed me towards South America anyway. A bit depressing. Not to worry. Try and pick up on this one. This looks like Bogatoli sounds Italian, but Then below, it's got a Z. Okay, it could be Italian. Driving on the right. Hey, no, wait. Driving on the left. No, driving on the right. I thought this car was coming towards us. Oh my god. My gosh. Terrible. Parada is Spanish as well. Estadio. This is Portuguese. Okay. I think this is Portuguese and it's probably Brazil, I'd imagine. In that case. It's got very red soil, which I believe is typical. And some cows. That checks out. That doesn't tell me anything. Let's see if I've got a place name. No, okay. Don't know, it's fairly open. Let's see. I'll just pick. Oh, wait. Are there any pines? No, I don't think these are piranha pines. So let's. I want to go south. I'll just go down here, north of Sao Paulo. It was Mato Grosso. Okay, got the country, so that's better. This looks like Japan. Japan would be a tricky one to locate as well. These could be mascots for a certain region, but I'm not familiar with them. I'd say it must be the local mascot. Some kind of vegetable baby. Actually, I want to get to a main road because that could give directions. I don't know anything about Japanese poles or anything like that. Vending machine. What's inside this one? Because I think, whoops. Been to Japan a bunch of times. Enjoyed the Boss coffee. This looks like it could be regional as well because I haven't seen this Japanese king. But it has been a good 6 years since I went to Japan, so I'm not completely up to date with the vending machines. I wonder if this could be somewhere regional. If we could get to a main road, that could give some English, but I'm kind of lost here. In amongst the back streets. There's a sign back here, let's just check that. Whoops, I lost it. Just a sign with any English would be helpful. Whoops, damn it. My clicking's shocking. It's like Google Logistics, that's not helpful. .jp, that's a confirmation. It's got area codes here which would be useful if I knew those, I guess. But I've got nothing. Seems, I don't know what to do. Let's have a look at Japan and plonk somewhere. I don't think it's north. I wonder if I just chicken out and go Tokyo, the outskirts. Let's go. I don't let's see the ocean around. Let's go in Kawasaki-ish. Ooh, not too bad. It was Kobe. Or, no. Matsubara. South of Osaka. I was thinking about Osaka. This is all Osaka, I guess. That's a bit disappointing, but at least not too bad. It could have been worse. This one, Amazing Love Assembly, International Headquarters, the Praise Temple. It's obviously somewhere in Africa, but it's not my specialty. I screw Africa up all the time, and I refuse to learn any fucking meta. I don't refuse to learn, it just hasn't stuck so far. There's a lot of tuk-tuks here. I think there's actually more of Africa represented in GeoGuess, and I see this car. I never learned the cars. Money transfers, payments. Need a domain. Actually, style of dress is interesting. Oh, this is the Amazing Love Assembly here. You probably don't need a sign. Do I have a domain here? .com, I think. Great. The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. Well, I'm going to guess that it's Nigeria. This could be a horrible guess. Probably is. Ooh, nice. Okay. I shouldn't even have to think about that, but here, this looks Australian. There's Kenya, not Kenya. Driving on the left, and it's interesting, like these reflective poles, I haven't driven for like 20 or 25 years, so they all used to be wood back in the day, but I think a lot of them appear to be metal now, which I have not really ever seen. These are wooden though. What is this? Like a sclerophyll forest. I don't even know if that's true. It's pretty open, quite dry. I don't know. It's probably somewhere central New South Wales or something like that. Central North. Ooh, is it Victoria? I'm actually living in Melbourne at the moment, so that's a bit of a fail. Well, I'm not living in Melbourne at the moment. I'm in Ho Chi Minh City at the moment. But this says Kenya Wildlife Service. But normally when I'm in Australia, I live in Melbourne. So Kenya Wildlife Service, I'm not going to try and track this down. It'll be in a national park or something like that. So let's just drop it there, fairly central. Ooh, it was in Savo East National Park. 17,300. That's better. We'll go for one more. Hopefully crack 20. If I crack 20, then I'm officially back to my mediocre standards. Can't really see that. So European country, I would imagine. The roofs are fairly highly pitched. Krosno Odis. Is there a Z there? Oh no. Flags. I'm not sure. This could be very embarrassing. but I'm wondering if it's like Poland, but Swebodzin, it doesn't sound too... So I don't know about these crossings either. I should know that. That would be very helpful to know. It's not like a... Just drop it in Poland, why not? Okay. Could be worse, it was all the way to the west there. 4,300 to start off with. Can't really see. There looks like a black in the middle of that number plate. Cool baby in the passenger seat. Got a windmill by the looks of it. Pine trees. Got a few windmills. I think that could be an Argentinian number plate, I think. Oh, hang on. Just forget that. Scratch that, scratch that. This looks like Arabic, although it does have Spanish as well. Pretty unhappy. The guy selling oranges, I think. Naranjas? Avocados? Not sure. This taxi should be a good giveaway as well. Looks like a Renault. Renault taxi. What's with this architecture? God. I wonder if I can get... Ah, look. This is a bin? Maybe it's a bin. I've seen bins like that in Argentina. It's the back plate. Back plate doesn't appear to be yellow. Got cacti. And this is probably a giveaway as well, but as I say, I know nothing. Why is there Arabic there? It says stop in Arabic as well. It couldn't be Argentina, surely. This is vexing. Tunisia. I don't know if Lebanon's actually in Geogessa. I kind of associate the pine tree with Lebanon. This could be a pretty bad guess. Yep, Tunisia. Yeah. Okay, fine. Next. Oh no. So I'm guessing I'm not going to get 20,000 here. It's got a yellow front plate with a Europe stripe by the looks. Yellow back plate. Ah, okay. That makes sense. This could be a lot of points right here. ME 6535. Not too familiar, but it's not a huge place, so just drop central somewhere. Okay, 4,890, that was a bit lucky. A bit of a giveaway. Frost. Cool. It's like a snow pole or something. I'm not familiar with it. Kind of curious what that... Washington Mountain. Could be the US. Could be Washington State. I don't know. That would be... I feel like that's bait. Speed limit. So that checks out for the US. The foliage, I guess it's somewhere. near Spokane. No, near Seattle. Oh no, it was bait. The wrong coast. Terrible. 651 points. Okay. So this is pretty barren. Looks like date palms. Kind of makes me think of the Middle East. Let's check. Let's see this property. Oh, I wonder. I don't know what to do here. Why is it fenced like that? What are they hiding? Actually, it'd be interesting once I guess here to see what that's all about. This is going to be a complete guess. I hope it's. I'm sure it's not Turkey, but it's always Turkey when I don't think it's Turkey. Oh, UAE. Oh, okay. Look at that. We're on an island. Amazing. View results. Shocking. Terrible. Well, I will keep playing over the next few months. I think I've got some leave still, 2 months of leave to look after the baby, so I'll get back into it. Hopefully streaming on Twitch, and maybe if I can work out how to coordinate it on YouTube, I'll stream on there as well. Not too many followers, but it's a lot of fun. So look out for that if you want to. Bye.